Y'all probably wondering what I'm doing cutting them so short. Our firebox in the house, the insert can take like a maximum of 14 or 16 inch long logs. So I cut them up in shorter pieces, and I'm actually cutting this is an elm tree. I don't know if you can see it. No, there's a kind of back up. There it is. I find it there, right there. And it's dying, and it's kind of self disassembling. So what we're doing to kind of help clean up a little bit too, I'm cutting up these pieces that have been down for a year or two, and they're good and dried out, but they're not rotten. So I'm able to gather some of them up and use them. So working on this elm, and some people say I don't like elm. I don't like it either, but it's free, and I like things that are free. And otherwise it's just gonna sit out here and rot and be wasted. So I don't know if you can hear Cookie. She's over there all hot and bothered over there squealing. But meanwhile, I'm gonna keep on cutting here and see how far we can get. I think the chain on the saw is getting loose, and it's making it difficult. Plus my safety glasses are so dirty, I can't even see through them very well. It's pretty important that you can see through your safety glasses. What do you guys do for firewood? Do you guys use firewood? Do you buy it? Do you have somebody bring it into you? Do you go cut your own? I know some places they'll allow you to go cut firewood in like some national forests and things. You can get a firewood permit. Do you prefer to cut green stuff and let it season for a year and then use it? That's probably the better way to do this, but I'm going ahead and using this stuff up that we've already done. I didn't realize the firebox was going to heat our house so well. At our old house, the fireplace was just kind of pretty to look at, but it didn't really heat the house. It just kind of sucked all the cold air into the upstairs and made those rooms colder. This house is more, the windows are better, not as drafty, so it heats up the whole house. It's got a blower on. The other one didn't have a blower, and it's just kind of more for looks. But this actually is a more usable piece of equipment. So let's see if we can cut this up. I'm gonna go back up here and get the tractor and the chain, and hook onto this and drag this sucker out of here, because it's gonna be a lot easier to cut it out here in the pasture than up in the jungle. This is privet. I've talked about privet before. See all this green crap? It's just trash, and it stays green year round. Let me get you unhooked here. This green stuff, this might be a little bit of honeysuckle, but that's invasive too. But all this junk here, All this green stuff is either multiflora rose or privet. I mean, this stuff is like Satan's like plant. I mean, you drop, look at this. Look at all the seeds. It's got seeds all over it. So a little birdie comes along, eats this stuff. Let's see if I can focus on it. These little black blue berries. That birdie comes along and eats it and flies over there and does what birds do on that limb over there and drops another seed and it takes off. And if you look, this is some kind of invasive. There's some cedars, but some kind of invasive all the way through here. Every little patch here has privet in it. And one of my goals was to do something about it, and one day I will when I get some free time. So I'm gonna go over and get the tractor. We're gonna hook onto this and pull it out here. We'll cut it out here on terra firma over here. All right, let's get these lawns out. That worked. There's another one right here that I'm gonna try to get out. A little smaller one. It's straight. Let's get this. We're gonna hook it right there. We'll do it again. Let's see what that does. I didn't think it'd be any big deal, but sometimes you just never know. Stuff just happens, and we don't know why. So let's cut this tree up. I'm gonna cut up as much as I can with my little saw, and then we'll go get the big one and finish this up. Some of this is maybe more than the little saw can handle, but we're gonna give it a go. I've about done as much as I can do with the little saw. I'm gonna go over and see if I can go get the big saw and come back. I like using this little arborist saw. It's a Stihl MS 150 TC. That means too cool. No, it doesn't. That's not true. I don't know what the TC stands for. Maybe tree climber? I bet that's what it is. Just had epiphany. I bet that means tree climbing saw. So it's for arborists, the guys that climb like spider monkeys all up to the top of the trees. And they take these little saws, zip, 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 and disassemble a tree around somebody's house or something. And I bet that's what that's for. So I'm gonna go get the big saw and cut these up. This is a fair amount of firewood right here. And these 2 logs. The wind's actually from that big old tree. But I'm gonna go get the big saw and see if I can come back and do some more. All right, we got another little piece here. I think this is a hackberry. This right here. Hackberry is partially rotten, but I think there's enough usable wood there. We can cut it up. It's been down for several years here. Hackberry usually makes pretty good firewood. Let's see what we can do. This is a good start here. I'm gonna go over here and load some up in the bucket of the tractor and take it over there. And I want y'all to come along for that too. It's been a nice day doing this. The weather's been cool. They say firewood warms you twice, sometimes even 3 times. But the first time is when you cut it and split it. That could be considered twice. And then when you burn it. Okay, so you get benefits out of wood twice, especially if you cut your own wood. But yeah, I mean, there you go. It's kind of one of those old wives' tales, but that's not like wives don't. I don't know. So anyway, let's go over here and we'll load the bucket up on the tractor and we'll see what happens. Pretty good old firewood for just old elm trees. Some people don't like elm trees. It's always don't burn good. It just, some people call it kind of a derogatory term, but it sounds like cis elm or bliss elm, because the sound it makes whenever it's burning. But this stuff's so dry now it will not be too bad. But it's just starting to get a little bit punky. You see right up in here, just starting to rot just a little bit. If it had been out here much longer, it probably would have rotted. We started to at least. Actually, that piece right there is starting to get punky. They call it pithy. Don't be so pithy. So we'll put this on the splitter, or I'll have a boy split this. he has decided that, Jack has decided that he likes to split firewood, which I'm all for that because I don't have to do it. Y'all got kids at home, and they're not doing stuff to help out, and even our kids sometimes struggle with the desire to help. You see my Vice Grip garage shirt here? It's nice. And sometimes my kids, they look like they want to help all the time, but sometimes they struggle a little bit. I have to get some motivation going to get out here and help. And I remind them, you like to stay in the nice warm house where it's got a fire going? Yeah, I like that. All right, well, get out there and help. Oh, Dad. Oh, come on. I've been at school all day. Oh, come on. I've been at work all day. Let's get after it, bud. Let's do some manly stuff. Let's get out there. Let's get out there and cut some firewood. I really like cutting firewood. If you can get to it easy and it's not hot. The best time for me to cut firewood is in the wintertime when it's not as hot. And obviously it's the best time to do it. So. I like that the bark came off just really easy. They say if you cut a tree in the summertime, that it will, I think, peel its bark off. Heard? It'll bark fall off, but if you cut a tree in the winter, it tends to hold on to its bark. Now that may vary from species to species, but I don't know. This tree, I don't know when it died. I'm gonna say it died in the summer because the bark's falling off of it, but it didn't fall off of all of it. So who knows? Comment down below if you know why the bark falls off easier at times than others. I don't know. And you guys, a lot of you guys are smarter than I am. Like I said, we've said before, we're guessing on all this stuff. We try to guess, like my folks. What's a good time to do this or that, or what's a good time to plant flowers? What do you need to do about this? How to keep deer out of your garden, or how to do this and that? We just guess. We ask people who know better than we do. It says, in the Bible it says, seek wise counsel. So I try to do that too as much as possible. Sometimes I'm old in nature. My pride likes to get the better of me, and I don't like to ask advice. So sometimes I just like doing it, and I found a lot of times I learn my lessons the hard way, as do my kids sometimes. But that's life. Sometimes you gotta learn lessons. You gotta get out there and do stuff. Yeah, we're getting ready to, this is about loaded here. I'm gonna put a couple more pieces on here. Get it in there. One more right there. Well, I'm about done here. I'm gonna haul this stuff over there to the house, to the shop, and pile it up there and start splitting it. I've got a splitting wall. I've got a hydraulic splitter up there at the mom and dad's house. I may borrow and bring it down here and split some of this. We'll share this with mom and dad because I won't burn all this firewood, a lot of it, but not all of it, and we'll share with them. But hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode show. Hope you guys have enjoyed this show. It's been kind of fun. We've been doing the Christmas, homemade Christmas presents and stuff for about a week or 12 days. We haven't put out much farmstead or homestead content, and I woke up this morning and thought, man, I need some more firewood. I looked out there. I don't like to look out there and see a firewood rack with not much firewood. It makes me a little nervous. You just never know. In Oklahoma, if we get much ice, the whole world shuts down. So we'll lose power and stuff. So I just don't want to run out, have an issue where we can't heat the house. Our house is total electric, so we need electricity or fires to keep it warm. And the heater or the fireplace really does a good job. It's got a heater insert in it. It keeps the house warm. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this show today. It's been fun making it, and I'm getting used to videoing more. Just take some time, time to get used to setting up a tripod, slowing down, and making sure I get in different shots, and I'm still learning. There's some mistakes I made today. I cut up one of these logs a whole bunch, and I looked up there and it wasn't even recording. I was like, oh, dang it. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. When kids are gone to school, they'll be coming home about 3:45 or so. I think it's probably 1. I've been out here for a couple hours doing this. I went up and talked to mom and dad a little bit. But I'm gonna go haul this load up to the house. We'll get it split, and then I'll come back and get another load down here. I got that other log that I drug up. I'm gonna have to haul it back. And what I'm doing here, I'm just cutting these limbs that are broken and dead trees and kind of cleaning up a little bit. If it's not too bad, I'm gonna use it. You don't have to have red oak, white oak, the #1 best stuff. Although it is nice to have that because it burns hotter in a long time. But if you have a tight budget and you got the power and the strength and the money to get out there and get you a chainsaw and tractor or whatever you got, you can save some money by using like elm, or we've used sycamore a lot, and birch. Birch is okay. It rots pretty quick, but sycamore is pretty good firewood. You get about 2 years. There's a little squirrel go across there. If I had my 22, I could get him. But the sycamore doesn't last as long. It tends to get pithy, punky pretty quick. A couple years is about all you get on that, and it rots, kind of like the birch. But I've got some ash over there, some ash trees, and I just spotted one over there that I think I could cut up real quick. That's fallen. And hopefully the audio was good today. I don't have my mic on, so a little silly. Look at that. Gotta get yourself presentable, Grant. Come on now. But hope you enjoyed today. Go out and do something you love. You got a week left before Christmas. This is a Monday, and I think Christmas is on Sunday, so you don't have much time left. And I'm kind of preaching to myself on that. I gotta get out and do some Christmas shopping myself. Hope you enjoyed it today. Have a good day and do something you love. God bless.